Once upon a time, in a small village, there lived a man named Philip. Philip loved to gamble more than anything else. He would spend all his money at the gambling tables, hoping to win big. But luck was never on his side, and he often ended up with nothing. Philip had a son named Gabriel. Gabriel was a bright boy with big dreams. He wanted to go to school, learn, and become someone important. But every time Gabriel asked his father for help, Philip refused. At school, the principal had to send students home because they couldn't pay their school fees. Gabriel felt terrible as he made his way back home, disappointed and worried about his own fees. When he arrived at the house, he was disheartened to find that his father wasn't there. With a heavy heart, he headed to his father's usual spot, the gambling joint. Approaching his father, Gabriel cautiously asked for the school fees. But instead of listening, his father angrily shouted at him, telling him to leave because he was busy gambling. School cost too much money, Philip would say. I'd rather use my money to gamble. One day, I'll win big. Gabriel felt sad every time he heard this. He felt crushed and disappointed. Gabriel slowly walked home, his heart heavy with sadness. He wanted a chance to study and build a better life, but he knew he could not count on his father. Still, Gabriel didn't give up. Gabriel working hard. As Gabriel grew older, he decided to work to pay for his own schooling. He found small jobs around the village. In the mornings, he worked in the fields, planting and harvesting crops. In the evenings, he helped at the village market, carrying heavy loads and cleaning up. Gabriel saved every bit of money he earned. At night, he would sit under a small lamp, reading old books he had bought with his hard-earned money. Gabriel taught himself as much as he could. He knew that this was his only chance to follow his dreams. One day, an old man in the village noticed how hard Gabriel was working. "Why do you work so much, Gabriel?" he asked. Gabriel replied, "I want to learn and become someone important. If I don't work, I never have the money to go to school." The old man nodded, impressed by Gabriel's determination. He wished Gabriel good luck and told him to never give up. Gabriel's journey to the city. After saving for a long time, Gabriel finally had enough money to leave the village and go to the city. He said goodbye to everyone he knew and set off on his journey. The city was big and busy, with people everywhere and buildings that reached the sky. Gabriel faced many struggles in the city. Shortly after arriving, he fell into the hands of a group of troublemakers who beat him up, leaving him to fend for himself. With no place to stay, he spent many nights sleeping under the Lagos Bridge. One day, as he walked past a small hospital, he noticed a sign on the bulletin board announcing a vacancy for a cleaner. Seizing the opportunity, Gabriel applied for the position and was accepted by the doctor. Impressed by Gabriel's dedication and work ethic, the doctor eventually employed him not only as a cleaner but also to assist him with various duties at both the hospital and his home. He watched the doctor work and learned a lot from him. Gabriel worked long hours, helping the doctor during the day and studying at night. It was hard work, but Gabriel loved it because he was learning so much. As time went on, Gabriel's hard work paid off. He studied to become a doctor, passed all his exams, and finally earned his degree. Gabriel couldn't believe it. He was now Dr. Gabriel, a man of respect and knowledge. Gabriel decided to return to his village to help the people he had grown up with. He used the money he had saved to buy land and build a hospital. It was a large building with clean rooms and many beds, and it had all the tools needed to take care of the sick. The villagers were amazed. They remembered Gabriel as a young boy who worked in the fields and the market. Now he had returned as a doctor, building a hospital for them. They were grateful and proud of him, but there was one person who didn't know about Gabriel's success: his father, Philip. Philip's life without money. By now, Philip was an older man, and his days of gambling had left him with nothing. He had no money, no friends, and nowhere to go. He wandered the village, looking for work, but nobody wanted to hire him because they knew he couldn't be trusted. One day, Philip saw a sign in front of the new hospital: "Gatekeeper needed." He thought to himself, "This could be my chance to earn some money." He walked through the hospital gates, not knowing what was waiting for him inside. Philip was asked to wait in an office. As he sat there, he admired the building and wondered who had built such a wonderful place. Just then, a door opened, and in walked a man who looked familiar. It was Gabriel. But this was not the boy Philip remembered. Gabriel was dressed in nice clothes and looked confident and strong. Philip could hardly believe his eyes. "Father," Gabriel said, his face serious, "I see you've come for a job." Philip was shocked. How could his son be the owner of this hospital? The same son he had refused to help so many years ago was now a successful doctor. How? How did you become this? Philip asked, still in disbelief. Gabriel took a deep breath and said, "While you spent your time gambling, I worked hard. I saved every bit of money I earned and studied to become a doctor. I built this hospital for our village so people wouldn't have to suffer." Gabriel pushed a form across the table. "If you want to work here as a gatekeeper, fill this out. Maybe now you'll understand the value of hard work." Philip took the form with trembling hands. As he filled it out, he felt a deep regret in his heart. He realized that he had wasted all his money on gambling instead of helping his own son. Now, the son he had abandoned was the one in control. Philip filled out the form and accepted the job as the gatekeeper. He knew he would have to live with the choices he had made. But he was thankful for the chance to work and stay close to his son. From that day on, Philip worked as the hospital gatekeeper. He watched Gabriel take care of patients and lead the staff. He was proud of his son, even if he couldn't say it out loud. The villagers soon learned the full story, and they saw Philip in a new light, too. Gabriel's success became a story of hope and hard work, and Philip's regrets served as a warning. The villagers spoke of them often, reminding each other that it's never too late to change and that money should be spent wisely, And so, Gabriel's hospital became a place of healing and hope, while Philip's story reminded everyone that true wealth comes from love, not gambling.